Hey coaches, welcome back to my channel. This is Matt Lasker, and you are here for episode 8 of the Middle School Air Raid webinar series. We are on 3 run plays. We run counter, power, and draw. As you can see, they are gap schemes. Primarily, we see all 5-man fronts, maybe 95% of the time. So we run off tackle when we run an outside, obviously. So, while I would like to have an inside run, it doesn't really make sense for me to rep it out and waste part of my install on it. I think we could get to it if we ever need to do a 4-man front, play against a 4-man front, I should say. And on that matter, let me just say we also run a lot of jet sweep, but again, it's not something that takes a lot of time to install. So we just kind of stay with these core plays, rep it out, and then from there, we can kind of play during the season on what we need to do. Okay, great. Before we get into the plays, let me just connect with you guys real quick. Obviously, my name is Matt Lasker. Come connect with me on Twitter at Matt Lasker. Let's just keep it simple. Let's make sure we all get on whistle.com. Whistle without the I is the pulse of the online coaching community. Again, we have playbooks there. We have offensive installs there. We have groups set up around each of these plays. So we're getting a ton of really great information from other coaches on how they run these plays. There's over 20 ways to run mesh, over 20 ways to run corner. We're building out stick, building out all these other plays. So you guys can have one place to go and find all these versions. And then you can ask those same people who posted the versions how they run it, or ask them questions and exchange information. Okay. So again, we are trying to up the level of coaching in the middle school and youth levels, fill the pipelines with these kids that are going to play the style of football they love, and hopefully that will trickle up to the high schools. We continue to see freshman teams having pretty low numbers, okay? All right, enough about that. Oh, gosh, how did I forget? One last thing. If you've enjoyed this middle school air raid series at all, or this video, obviously, please take a second, subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Supposedly that's the hardest 1,000 you're going to have to get. So please let me get there. Help me get there. Click subscribe right now, and then like this video at the same time. You might as well. You're already down there. Okay. All right, great. Let's move on. So again, you are on 3 run plays today. We are getting toward the back half of this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. So we're going to start off with counter. My favorite play might be one of my favorite plays in the whole playbook. Even though obviously I like the pass, I was a running back and I love a good counter play, and these things pop like crazy when you get them to be executed right. And I also want to start off by saying, I hear a lot of old school coaches saying, you got to set up counter. That's why they call it counter, blah, blah, blah. You got to set it up. You got to set it up. Let me just tell you, we believe in the same way we believe we can out execute people because we have a small playbook for our passes and we just get great at it. I feel the same way about our running plays. If we can just get great at 3 running plays, there's no reason that we need to set it up or do anything special for it. We can just come out, execute, and run it right up their rear ends, okay? All right, so as you can see here, we have 25 counter, 25 GT. We have Larry. We can call it all those things to our kids, and they will know what it's called, okay? So as you can see here, let me blow it up a little bit. We have the front side, down blocking or back blocking. So the left tackle is down on the defensive tackle. The left guard is down on the nose. The center is down on the backside defensive tackle, which means our backside guard is opening. And if you can notice this downhill angle, he is coming downhill to clean up that D end. Main coaching point is hitting the D end's inside shoulder. So if he has to get around, he has to go the long way around, okay? This backside tackle is opening and wrapping as tight to this down block as possible. And the running back will take a counter step, and then which gives him time to get behind this tackle and really read him in this hole, okay? Now, we won't talk about screens much. If you guys watched the last episode, it was all about screens, and you know that we pair our Larry and Roger with our bubble screens or our pedal screens, whatever you want to call it. So let's just leave that out of it for now, but that's why the receivers are doing that action. Okay, so this is 25 counter or Larry, commonly known in our on our practices. And so this is Roger, or 26 counter, okay? So again, we just reverse it. Right tackle is down. Right guard is down. Center still back blocking. And we still have this guard coming down, kicking out the DN from the inside shoulder perspective. And then the backside tackle wrapping up, looking inside for some work inside, okay? And these guys are just doing Larry's and Rogers, okay? All right, so even if this is, we run it out of 3x1, again, don't worry about the Larry and Roger. If you want to learn more about our quick screens, you can. But really, we're talking, I just want to show you with 3x1, we do run it toward them as well. So it's the same thing. This would just be early Roger, is what we would call this, what you're looking at on the screen. But again, it's no different. It's 26 counter, it's Roger. The line is blocking it the same way, okay? I'm going to show you out of one more formation, our two-back formation, because it's interesting. You know, we came from our history here at T-Birds until recently has been split back veer. We have a lot of De La Salle coaches and kids in our program. We've run this a couple different ways as we've evolved. This was a big play for us when we were just split back veer and pounding the ball every year. With success, by the way. I've never had a problem with triple option or the veer. I just wanted to spread the ball out to more kids. But you can do a couple things, you know. So with the counter, we leave this backside D end free, okay? And so we used to do, and we still will if we need to, is run this guy on a back block so he can fit up over there and take that D end, okay? So if you start seeing this guy come in and crashing, that might be an option for you to do it. We have gotten away from that because it doesn't tend to really happen at this level. At the high school level, it definitely happens, so you got to really plan for that. But we've adopted the Oklahoma style of this H kind of coming out and blocking out here for him from the outside, because it also, not only does it help us block because these guys are probably going to be out here worried about this quick screen, but also this turns into a nice counter fake play action and then hit this guy on a go down the seam as well. Okay, so that's are the formations we run counter out of. And I will spend not too much time on film, but I'm going to give you guys a couple clips. Again, we have a cut-ups. We have cut-ups of all of these plays. Okay, so if you want to see more of these GT counters beyond what I'm about to show you, you can find our playlist. Usually it's at the end of these videos, you'll see a playlist pop up, okay? So again, the center is back blocking, the right tackle or right guard is back blocking, the right tackle is back blocking. We got the backside guard pulling out, kicking out, backside tackle wrapping, and on this play we had a tight end with his hand in the dirt. This was still when we were protecting backside, so this guy flashes in front, and this H will take his counter step and run the counter. Boom. Okay, we got, as you can see, all the down blocks work, the kick out block work, and now this wrap, just like you draw it up, comes up field and makes a great block. And then we can just let our athletes go. All right, one more time, full speed. Watch the kick out, boom, kick out block, inside shoulder, wrap, and we can just let our players play. It's a huge play down to the goal line, basically. Okay, so as you can see, this was early in our first season running air raid. We are still trying to make that switch from split back veer to full air raid, but definitely under split back veer, under center, this guy is back blocking. He is taking it, but as you can see, watch this kick and watch this wrap. Again, done pretty well by these young men. That D end comes way up, so he's easy to kick out. Got the wrap, and then our athletes are in space, running wild, running with the coaches down the sideline. Nice pull, nice wrap. He actually didn't hit anybody on the wrap, but did just enough to get in that guy's vision to slow him down, okay? All right. We do run this out of two back. I just wanted to show a couple clips of it. And we do run it at a single back, no doubt. It's just such an explosive play, guys. It's fun. It's fun to coach. Okay. All right. So again, we have cut-ups if you guys want to see more cut-ups of that. But that's GT counter. Okay. And we pair it with Larry and Roger. Okay. Okay. So let's move on to power. Very situational for us. We don't always run this. This is definitely a goal line or short yardage formation and play for us. We have what we're essentially in is in pistol. This quarterback's a little bit closer than this. He's at about 4. Running backs at about 7. And then we have this fullback who will probably be a personnel change playing the F. Okay, so he's split out to the right. This is Brown 26 power. And you'll see on our line, again, there's so many nose tackles against us that we still want to run off tackle. Since there's a 5-man front, we can't run our traditional 1-man power, single back power with this backside guard coming up because we just don't have enough people to block. Okay. So what we're going to do is just do a quick fold on the front end. We call this power fold, and this is the only way we run power now. So we just call it power, but essentially it's just a fold block. Okay. So everybody is manned up here. Manned up here. This guy really has to win this. Okay, we're counting on this center a lot on this play. So where the fold happens is out here. The tight end goes down, a down block on the tackle. This tackle opens. Again, we are coming downhill looking for this inside shoulder to dig him out. Then the back follows it right up through the hole. Now we have this F flashing backside because at some point we are going to pull this and hit, and the quarterback will boot out against it and hit him in the flats. We'll save that for another video. But we love this flash action. We don't tend to need to have him on a lead block. I mean, we can. Easy to just say, go ahead and lead block right through that fold. But we haven't really needed it. We like this action because it not only it kind of holds running back or holds linebackers because they're looking at this flash, but also it sets it up nicely for what's to come on the play action off of this. And we actually use this set in the middle of the field to run some play action as well. We can actually run Y cross out of this on a 3rd and 1, maybe just take a shot in the middle of the field. So again, that flash across will give us our flats player, and then the Y could run the cross. Anyway, I'm getting off track. You see me wanting to pass the ball even when we're talking about run game. So that's how we run our power fold. I'm just going to show one video. We don't have any clear video on it, but I'll just show you. I'll show you the best one we have. So this is the tight end. So he's going to go down. He's going to try to get down. This guy's going to come kick out this D end who's coming up here, and we are just hitting this hard. Okay. Fold, inside shoulder, and the thing pops quickly. I mean, it's nice that we don't have to wait for the backside guard. The fold essentially acts in the same way, but it's quicker. So this play just quickly hits, boom, we're through, and we're out the gate. Okay, again, there are some cut-ups on my cut-up piece on that, but again, there's not too many cut-ups on this. But if you ever want to see more, find our cut-ups play channel, okay? All right, so the last one we'll just talk about briefly, and I don't have any film on this. We did it a little bit at the high school level, but I couldn't find the film on it, which games we did it in. And there was some success, but again, since we see a 5-man front, this blocking doesn't work against a 5-man front. To do a true draw against a 5-man front, you would just kind of have to go big on big and hope the running back can find his way. This draw is just a classic draw trap. We called it paint at the high school level. And as you can see, we got these linemen all taking their drop steps, right? It's a pass pro look. We want that to be so. But wherever the one technique is, the center is going to call out, left, or whatever code word you want to use. And as they drop back, the center will then come forward and take on this tackle from the inside out, which will allow the guard to wrap up and be on whatever linebacker is in front of him once he does. And then obviously the running back and the quarterback will get that timing down, kind of like a one-step drop, look downfield, and then give it off. But that's we do practice this. We do want to be ready if we see a four-man front. We want to get that action, and it's a great play that will be done their whole lives in high school. So we might as well teach it. Again, it's just something that we can rep out a few times every practice and be solid at it just in case it happens in a game. But all right, guys, hopefully that helped with the run game. Hopefully you can see that I'm as passionate about the run game as I am about the pass game. I do still think you have to run the ball and you have to be physical, and the O-line sets the tone. But we don't need 17 run plays to every single gap, especially if we're not playing four-man fronts. So just, again, get great at running. Just, again, get great at running plays just like you would passing plays. And if you can execute in the run game, there's no reason why you can't have success running the ball, running the spread offense. If anything, we're spreading them out, hopefully thinning the box, and it will make it'll make it easier to run, hopefully, okay? All right, so great. Hopefully that helped. Please, if you haven't liked it, like the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I'm right there at the doorstep of 1,000, so please do it so I can get over the hump, and hopefully we can have some fun together moving forward. All right, let me know if you need anything from me, guys. Otherwise, I'll see you on whistle.com or the Facebook group where all those conversations continue to happen on a daily basis. All right, thanks again, and let's start spreading the ball around and help these participation numbers go back up. Thanks a lot, coaches. We'll see you next time.